Okay, you guys. So I titled this "Not to Wait on Others to Love You," and it made me think of B. Smith's situation. Made me think of this title, but also I know what this is about too. And it's not necessarily when we say others, the very first thing people go to is some kind of spouse, some kind of boyfriend, or whatever. But in this case, I'm talking about well, your boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't know everybody's sexual orientation. But I'm just talking about others loving you, period. Be it your family, be it your mother, be it your father, because sometimes people did not get love from their family. Okay. And so I want to talk, but B. Smith's situation just kind of made me think about this. Okay. Because, what I kind of realized and what I kind of have a feeling about, because I don't personally know B. Smith, is that especially in her generation, those kind of women felt like they had to have a man. And if they did not have a man, something was wrong with them. And I don't think this man, Dan Gatsby, ever cared about her. I don't think he ever loved her. He just loved her money. And he probably 9 times out of 10 was unfaithful. 9 times out of 10, she knew it, but she still gave all of herself to him, most likely. you know, Gave him control over her. I don't know over her entire empire, but probably over a large amount of it for him to get away with what he's getting away with. Okay, she probably gave him some control because he was probably able to play the game a long time. But one thing about it, he could have been faking it. But one thing about intuition is that I don't care how well somebody fake it, you can tell if you got good when something is not right with somebody, no matter how much they act around you. Okay. And so I say that to say that, here we are now, and now B. Smith is probably put in a position where she's going to learn that she is only up to her to love herself. That too, but it didn't have to do with the man. Okay, mine had to do with my immediate family, my mother, my brother, how they cheated me out of money from a will, and not just cheated me out of money from a will. They, like I said before, they're involved in dark arts, and they've been doing some nasty stuff since I was a little baby. Okay, I don't know if they're trying to advance their life. I don't understand much about blood sacrifices, but I know I was supposed to be a sacrifice. Okay, and they're mad because whatever they doing ain't working. Okay. Um, so, I lacked love in that way, not necessarily from some kind of spouse or boyfriend, but in that way. And so, the thing is that, some it's normal for people. It's understandable for people to want love, you know, from wherever it comes from, even if it's a dog. That's why some people get pets, because people don't know how to love. Animals know how to love more than people do. That's why I think a lot of people get animals, because folks just lacking love, and it's not always about a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It could be about maybe people didn't get love from their family growing up. And so sometimes folks like animals. I don't have animals because I just can't take care of one right now. But I will understand why some people might want an animal, because they want something to care for. They want something to care for them too. They want something to be loyal to them, you know. So yeah. But no, I had to learn. I worked for years and years and years, literally several years, to learn to love myself, because I never got it. I never got love. Now, I was taken care of financially growing up, but I never got love. Never, never that real emotional support, love. I did not get it. Okay, I didn't get love. And so when you don't know what love looks like, it's hard to love yourself when you don't know what love even looked like. But I had to figure it out. I had to figure it out. And it took me years, and I certainly couldn't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a therapist to get there either. Because they will probably be more quick to give you a diagnosis and put you on medication. Not that anything is wrong with that, but it's just in my experience, the amount of inner work that I have done, I don't think I would have accomplished it paying thousands of dollars to go to a therapist to sit and talk for 30 minutes. But then again, you never know, because I'm sure they have a lot of knowledge. But I'd rather go to support groups. And those type of support groups, if you want to really hear somebody else's perspective or be around people that might have the same experience so you won't feel like you're alone. But me, on the other hand, I was most of the time by myself and I just put in a lot of inner work and still have a ways to go. Because when you don't know what love look like, now that's not to say I have not been loved before. Now I have been in relationships with guys like in the past that did truly love me. So I won't say I never had it, but I did not have it from my family. I didn't have it. So anyway, I was just saying the importance of loving yourself. Don't look for love from other people. You would be looking forever and you would be disappointed because a lot of people just don't know what love is. They don't know love. A lot of people in this paradigm, because I'm not going to hop on with people too bad. In this paradigm that we have been in, that was ruled on ego. This whole system was ruled on ego. Ego ruled this whole system. It's hard for people to know what love is because when you're vibrating on just the ego level, then you have a whole bunch of people that they're not on that higher frequency, so they don't know. So it's a whole lot of people that's lacking in love. Okay, and of course, love frequency is more about self-love than loving other people. Okay, because you can't love somebody else until you love yourself. And a lot of people, I don't care what they look like on the outside, a lot of people don't love themselves, and that's why they can't give love to other people. But anyway, that'll be it. Yeah, not to seek love from other people. The love frequency is self-love, not you giving a bunch of love to everybody else. You have to give it to yourself first. If you can't give it to yourself first, there's no way you can give it to anybody else. That's like not having money and having a negative bank account, but then you saying you're gonna give somebody $2,000. How you gonna do that with a negative bank account? You ain't got the money. Where you gonna get it from? So that's the same thing with love. People can't give what they don't have, and a lot of people just don't have if they don't have self-love, they can't give it to nobody else. Okay? And so that's why it perplexes me when some of these people task black women with loving black men. A lot of black women don't have self-love, and I understand why, because I just said my situation. Look at what happened with B. Smith. She come from that generation where she felt like you less than a woman if you don't have a man. Okay, but look at what happened to her. I'm pretty sure her intuition told her that he wasn't right for her. No matter how slick he was, you with somebody for about 27 to 30 years. I don't care how slick they are. You know something ain't right because eventually the truth comes out. You can't live with nobody that long without knowing something. And she still stayed with him because that's that generation. That's that old school generation. And, it's like Camille Cosby. That's that old school generation. They felt like they don't care how this man treated them. They had to have a man. Now, women in my generation and a little bit younger don't feel that way anymore. Okay. But I'm Generation X. So you still have a lot of Generation X's that they have that, at least I got a man mentality, but not in the generations after me. They don't really have that mentality like that. Okay. But anyway, so that's what I'm saying. It perplexes me that black women are told to you got to love the black man, but black women are missing self-love because they weren't loved themselves. And so if you don't know what really love is, you don't know what self-love is, you don't know what love is from somebody else, you can't give it to nobody else. And that's why I've always been against people telling black women to love the black man. No, the black woman got to learn to love herself. Okay. I'm sure plenty of black women been through the story I told about myself and even be okay. And so black women don't have any room to be giving a bunch of love to anybody else until they're able to give it to themselves. Okay. If in order for black women to give love to themselves, they need to spend time to themselves. Stop, catering to other people so much. Stop trying to even including your mother. So a lot of black women is always doing stuff for their mothers, or other people in the family, but a lot of times they mothers. So so what I'm saying is, it's best in order to have self-love, you have to do things for yourself. You have to learn how to love yourself. But the one best way for me to learn to love myself is to spend some time alone, to meditate, to go within. But at the same time, you got to treat yourself. You got to find time, save up your money to go on a vacation for a week, to know what it's like to pamper yourself if ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. That's how you increase self-love, doing things that make you feel good. Stuff like that. Uh, but anyway, so yeah, this is just, little, I guess, inspirational message. But yeah, you don't have to wait on other people to love you. And if other people don't love you, then that doesn't mean that it's the end of the world, because the love frequency is all about self-love anyway. It's not about what other people are going to put in you. It's about you loving yourself. And like I said, people love to say, well, self-love don't come in a vacuum. Self-esteem don't come in a vacuum. Well, I know, because mine certainly did it. My self-esteem didn't come in no vacuum at all, and neither did self-love. I had to work years and still working. But nobody's going to really give it to you. If you want it, you have to work on it for yourself, because nobody's going to give it to you, because most people don't know what love is. And so they can't. But anyway, that's all I have to say. And I